Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs. This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he'll slip his way up across the 30. To the 32.
I know you feel that. Kill.
Now it's Ajayi. And now running right through it. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. So after the run by Jay Ajayi, here's 1st and 10. This is Ajayi. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
They go play action here on 1st down. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and it's a 2nd down.
Shorty.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he gets it down to the 32. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They run with Ajayi. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start with Hunt on the ground, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at
and that's caught inside the 35. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play, 52 yards.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length. Talk about giving your team a little juice.
Oh, big time. I mean, everyone's going to be excited about that one, whether you're on the field or not.
This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Throwing to start the drive, but that went incomplete. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Wentz will try again on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. They dump off underneath to Ajayi. Ajayi, a 1st down and more. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Here's Ajayi. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
Throwing on 1st is Wentz. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Into the red zone. Wentz flushed out right. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a 1st down. So the youngster able to use the legs to pick up the 1st.
And one of my pet peeves when they see this guy play, when Carson Wentz takes off running the football, I always hear people go, oh, he's sneaky athletic. No, he's athletic. Watch him do it. He's an integral part of the quarterback run game, and he gets it done very, very well.
Yeah, you don't like sneaky athletic, do you? That's just kind of a jab in the back.
Yeah, not when it doesn't apply. I think that's a stereotype that needs to be broken down for him.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
They'll try to run with Ajayi. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
Come on now, let's go.
Now Wentz will keep it. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Carson Wentz with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is now 10-7. Elliott now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Here we go now.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very solid gain of 27.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And now running right through it. Well, they told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. On play action, it's Wentz. Complete over the middle to Hardy. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 42-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. On 2nd down, here's Wentz. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Chris Jones. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Now a play fake. Wentz. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 more there and another 1st down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
From the red zone now, Wentz. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Great.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead. And his kick is good. Elliott now to kick this one away. Now Dion Lewis to return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Wentz. Oh, and it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
In my humble estimation, terrific work there defensively. Running backs trying to get wide, get to the sideline, and they beat him to the spot, forced him out of bounds, pretty close to the line of scrimmage.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. And the kick by Elliott is good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
A strong running. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. And now here comes Kansas City. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Brown. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Eluding the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. Wentz. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And Elliott puts this one through. And that will swell the lead to 16. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And now here comes Kansas City. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
There we go. Blue 45.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And out now come the Eagles. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
Call it a gain of 7, and it gets them a new set of downs. Wentz now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Dancing to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And now here comes Kansas City. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. On play action, it's Mahomes. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you have people right in the face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. Here's Mahomes to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Here's Dustin Colquitt now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. This is taken at the 23. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with a jag. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. Wentz going to throw, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. That's going to be caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Michael Thomas, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles add on to their lead. Elliott good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Elliott now to kick this one away. And here's Lewis. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Josh Doxson's got it complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
If For the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next year?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
On play action, Wentz. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamar Taylor. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Thomas, the intended target. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Mahomes will try again on second down. Flush to his right. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. But his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 44. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 48. And the kick by Elliott is good. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But
this is
I'm
doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. He's going to launch this thing way down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
On second down, Adams. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be third down and about the length of the football. The offense on third down tonight, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. And they'll run it here. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
And Elliott puts this one through. And that lead will move from 20 up now to 23. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
And out come the Chiefs now. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 29. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 46 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Mahomes now on 1st down. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. 3rd down here.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Looking for the end zone. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the Eagles defense able to hold. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Wentz now to throw. Aguilar has it. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big third down conversion with a gain of 28. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Play action. Now Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Down right around the 25. Chris Jones on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing now is Wentz. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. He's now just 3 yards shy of 197 yards receiving on the contest and a first down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Now Wentz. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
Wentz now on 3rd and goal. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Michael Thomas, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles continue to roll. In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one. And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. On the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Line of scrimmage, again, the 25, 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. He's going to air one out. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. Butker now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue.
Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty, and he will take this down to the 10-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
To throw, it's Mahomes, escaping the pressure right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Rasul Douglas picks it. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. We're back now in KC. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Get over there. Go.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. Hang in there now. Hang in there now. Sunday.
Now Wentz on the bootleg. Flushed out right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Forced out to his left. And this is going to be incomplete. Steven Nelson able to get a hand in coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
Fielded at about the 28. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 44.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail. Z.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now Mahomes throwing on second down. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Not that time for Watkins. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
They run again with a J. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On 3rd down, it's Adams. And a broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now they try the right side here. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves his sticks.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing is Wentz. And this one is incomplete. Looking to go back to Thomas again, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
On the ball.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. And that's incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
And the kick by Elliott is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, it's hard to put your finger on whether this is something to celebrate or something maybe the offense is embarrassed by, but that's now 6 field goals he's made in this game alone.
Yeah, he's bailed them out quite a bit so far, but it's very comforting to know that you have a kicker that's got your back.
And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 27. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Sammy Watkins the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Nigel Bradham, the linebacker, right there on the coverage. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number. Not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. And going deep for Hill. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. Now Mahomes got to have this one. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position.
Get over there. Go. On the ball.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On third and long, it's Wentz. Flush to his right. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up fourth. And Elliott puts this one through. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's a drive that ends in 3, and I know that line sounds familiar. It's because I've said it 7 times now, and that leaves him one short of the NFL record of 8 field goals in one game.
It has been a lot of settling for 3, but I tell you what, it's nice to know that you have someone this reliable to turn to.
And now here comes Kansas City. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. On second down, here's Mahomes. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Timmy Jernigan in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. He's going to let it fly. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Try and get it all back with one big shot right there, but even if successful, that doesn't get them all the way back to where they need to be. Can't totally abandon throwing the ball underneath as well.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is fielded inside the 5. He'll be hard-pressed to match that one. That a 65-yard punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest.
Lefty, lefty. Hey. We got three. Three down.
Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. Looking long for Thomas. And got his man complete. And he takes it all the way up to the 45-yard line. It's a big play there for the Eagles. 41 yards. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Eagles, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll have another road date next week with the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they'll drop down to 1-2. Everybody, alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.